So what do you call yourself? Welcome to the LaTangela Show. Hey.
Hey, what can I do for you this fine day?
This is your destiny. Hot, hot, hot.
Right now.
Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Kick it.
Come on in and enjoy yourself.
Right now.
We gon' party like no one else. Welcome to the LaTangela Show.
Oh, you ready? Oh. Okay, and go. Hey, how you doing? It's your girl LaTangela, and thank you so much for hanging out with me for another episode of the LaTangela Show, where we'll chit about this, we'll chat about that, and as I am the queen of random research, you know I have surveys on the way, and I want to know what side of the survey do you pop up? Here, there, or somewhere in between? And of course, did you know, news brief, the inside scoop, and so much more. But first things first, I want you to join the conversation. Of course, you can always hit me up on the Twitter alert in 140 characters or less at LaTangela Faye, and all of my links are posted at latangela.com. Let's chat. That's what this is all about. We're opening the line of communication. I've got questions that need answers, and I really need you to help me out with this. You know, every week we talk about it. We're here. COVID-19, it's a pandemic that has rocked the world, but how is it looking in your area now? Because here, for us, we're still in phase 2, and we will be for at least the next month or so. But if we're asking the questions that need answers, and we're taking the small steps that's going to make a big difference, blink once for yes, twice for no. You ready? Yes? No? Okay. Are you practicing social distancing? Yes or no? See, you ain't gotta lie to me. These are questions that need answers. Are you washing your hands often? At least for 20 seconds. Well, they say 20, I'm gonna say at least 40 seconds. And doing it often. Yes or no? Are you wearing your mask? When you go out in public, making those essential runs, or when you're on your way to work, are you wearing your mask? Yes or no? Because right now, the world is seeing a spike in these numbers, and according to CNN, Texas and Florida, as of last week, they clamped down on businesses saying, hey, look, we got this record-breaking spread that's taking place, and we need to do something that's gonna slow the roll of this thing. As more than 30 states are battling the rising numbers right now, Florida and Texas said, look, we're going to be the example, we're going to step up, and we're going to get these numbers down. Now, in phase 2, which allowed restaurants, bars, and other vendors licensed to sell alcoholic beverages, with the exception of nightclubs, to be operated as bars. In phase 2, are you getting out, turning up, living your best life? Or are you practicing social distancing? Now, a lot of these places are not able to open at 100% capacity. Not yet. Not yet. But it's the 4th of July weekend. The turn-ups that we can have, those barbecues. Who's saving my plate? And who made that potato salad? Because this year is going to look a little different for me. I would love to be at that backyard barbecue, but right now I'm not quite sure if it's the thing to do. That family reunion that we always have for the 4th of July weekend. Are you still having it? Well, I have random research to actually support the numbers on who's going and who's not. But you know, I had to dig deep on the menu situation because this is important as well. Do you put ketchup on your fries? I know, it's just random, but do you? Do you put the ketchup on your hot dogs? Do you put ketchup on your eggs? Do you put ketchup and grilled cheese on your sandwiches? I know, who gets paid to conduct these random surveys, but new surveys on BuzzFeed are asking people, hey listen, I got some different foods and I'm trying to see if this is going to be up to par for the menu when you come over or not. On hot dogs, 85% of the people they surveyed said, yes, I need ketchup on my hot dog. Okay, what about the other 15%? Are you just strictly for mustard? Or do you need mayo on your hot dogs? Questions that need answers. Now, when it comes down to ketchup, fries, you're winning with 83%, and burgers. Because, you know, you get real bougie with your burgers. Do you need ketchup on your burger? Well, according to BuzzFeed, 82% said yes, they do. Now, for chicken nuggets, I'm not the one that's dipping in the ketchup. I need my honey barbecue sauce for my nuggets. And then it depends on where I get the nuggets from. But according to BuzzFeed, 69% of the people who surveyed said, look, give me ketchup. I don't want to be complicated. This is what I want. This is what I need to be happy. Now, this one grossed me out a little bit. And I'm going to say gross me out because this is, not on my ballot. Eggs. 29% of the people they surveyed on this menu, trying to get it right for you, said, give me ketchup for my eggs. Really? Well, maybe if you fry them as almost like a hash or something. No. Okay. Grilled cheese. 21% need ketchup on grilled cheese. Okay. Well, you know what, BuzzFeed? You had me at hello, but you lost me at the eggs and grilled cheese needing ketchup. All right. I like to find some of the lighthearted stuff. We see enough come across the timelines. It's just so depressing. And I don't want to talk about that right now. I don't. It's late. It's been a long week. We're halfway through the year. 2020. Just be kind. At least for the week. End. Well, you know what? Here it is. All of us are spending a lot more time at home. We're spending a lot more time together. Well, according to the random research, they found that your significant other has spent way too much time with you, and now divorces are way more common, but it's going to take you twice as long to have that divorce filed. You know why? The courts are working it out on your behalf, saying, look, we understand y'all just a little aggravated with each other right now, so we're going to give you a little time to cool off, and then we'll revisit this situation. Okay. That and because the family courts are backed up at the moment. Without sports being on, are you getting a little antsy? Yeah, well, according to the survey, people are becoming so antsy without their normal sports routines that they're starting to gamble on simple and idiotic things like sharks. Gamblers are now actually betting on sharks and their mating seasons. Who has time to pay attention to that? Who has funds to risk on that? Like, it can't be that serious, or is it? I guess if you're a gambler, you gotta find something to gamble on. They did say it's an addiction, so possibly. Now, you know what? Your drinks may change in post-pandemic. You go to the bar, and you ask them for your favorite drink, and maybe you want a smidge of lime on the side. Well, now, according to this survey, they're saying that all of the restaurants are considering moving the lemons and the limes because of the bacteria that they hold and making it a request-only type item. Really? I mean, it makes sense. It does make sense. And you've read a lot of those articles saying, hey, whenever you're getting the lemons to go with your ice or on your lemonade, you're asking for fresh lemons. The lemons may not be as fresh. They may be out for a while. How they gather all this bacteria. Well, yeah, now it's making a lot more sense, especially when they're saying when the world reopens, we're going to make this on a as-needed basis. You're going to have to ask, not twice, and then we'll bring you some lemons and limes from the back room. Before the pandemic, 56% of Americans filled up their car with gas at least once a week. Oh yeah, that's me, because riding is my vice. I will make the same block twice, just because. I got to see what's going on. But now it's down to 25%, and 45% of the people say they fill up once a month or less. Yeah. But see, when this pandemic first kicked off, I know I could fill the car up with $20 because it was down to what, about 99 cents for a gallon? I was out here trying to find a way to freeze the ice. Oh, don't judge me. This is a judgment-free zone. Now, gas prices starting to skyrocket. I'm starting to feel some type of way, can't cut my corners like I used to could. Let me hold something. Oh, wow. Okay, I like this one. Okay, now this could be something that's cool. Almost like a musical trivia. So let the good times begin. I'm gonna go over to Billboard's. Billboard's gonna help me out with this one. They have a cool list, like the top 20 #1 final hits of some of our favorite all-time celebrities. Michael Jackson's on the list, the Beatles on the list, Elvis Presley made the list. Now let's just see where they ranked. Coming in on the top 20, not all, but I'm gonna give you a couple that stood out to me. Elvis Presley, he made it with his final #1 hit, Suspicious Minds. You remember that one, that ooh, doo 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 doo? I don't remember the rest of the words, but suspicious minds do, 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 do. And it just kept saying it over and over. Okay, so that was one of the best ones. The Jackson 5s with the I'll be there, dun, 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 dun. Jackson 5s, final number 1, and that was 1970. See, this is some of that feel-good music. Okay, Cher made the list. 1999, final number 1 hit was what? Do you believe in love after love after love after love after? Yeah, she made it. She made it. I like that one. Okay, that one stood out. Okay, final number 1 hit for the Temptations. What was it? Papa was a rolling stone. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, final number 1 for the Temptations. Okay, so Jay-Z and Alicia Keys, they came up with the Empire State of Mind in 2009. Okay, Madonna, she came in 2000 with Music. I don't remember this one, Blondie with Rapture. I don't really remember that one. It's probably one of those songs that I remember Blondie. I remember Anita Baker's Rapture. Okay, the Beatles, they also made the list with The Long and Winding Road. That was in 1970s. Janet Jackson with that All For You, when she had the cool little video, she was doing all the little dance moves. That was her final number 1 in 2001, according to Billboard's. Whitney Houston. Now, I don't know if they got this one right or not. Saying her final number 1 hit, according to Billboard, was 95 with that Whitney Houston, Waiting to Exhale with that shoot, 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 bedoo. That the best lines ever written. Shoot, 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 bedoo. Classic. Stevie Wonder with that Part-Time Lover, final number 1 hit in 1985. Diana Ross and the Supremes also made this list that someday we'll be together. Sing it, Diana. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I love you all. Okay, you know what? Okay, the Bee Gees. I gotta roll this one with the Love You Inside and Out, 1979. Destiny's Child definitely made this list as well, according to Billboard. 2001. What song was it? Final number 1 hit, according to Billboard, for Destiny's Child in 2001 was what? I Don't Think You Can Handle It. Bootylicious for your back. Bootylicious, which was also added to the Webster's Dictionary. You know, I guess 2001 was just an amazing year for Destiny's Child. Final number 1 coming in 1991 for Prince and the New Power Generation was Cream. Doom, doom, doom. Yeah, Cream. TLC made the list in 1999 with that Unpretty. Hall & Oates with Out of Touch in 1984. Billboard, you know what? I'm loving all of these songs. I'm going to have to go through the rest of them in a second or two, but now I'm going to have to put some of these on blast and on repeat. If somebody was riding with you right now and they asked you, what's your favorite old school song? What would it be? These are questions that need answers. Because see, when you get in my car, you're going to get a little bit of Tupac. You're going to get some Mahalia Jackson. You know, you might even get some classical and some... it depends. It really and truly depends. Now, finding a favorite, that's tough. That's tough. You know what else is tough? Being out here in the middle of a pandemic, living this single life. But wait, my friend. Wait. I had to dig deep. And I think I found something and somebody that's going to be clutch for us. Are you ready for this? Because I don't think I am. There's a person on Etsy called the Psychic Artist. The Psychic Artist. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the Psychic Artist. Now, the Psychic Artists say they have the ability to see your potential soulmate. They have the ability not only to see them, but to etch them out and to give you a vivid, etched out picture of your soulmate that's going to appear to you. But in order for them to see this, in order for them to etch this, in order for them to see, etch, and predict and give to you, you'll have to mail them $66. Let me tell you something. If I give you $66 to etch the love of my life, whomever he may be, not only better he come up thinking it is who I think it is, he better show up within 30 days. And if he don't, you need to know I'll be on your doorstep looking for my $66 back. Love is in the air, or not. But Etsy, it's going to be a problem if you don't etch a sketch my man and he don't show up. And I hope you're psychic enough to see this coming. I don't know. You know, I want you to try it out and let me know how that goes, though. I really do. Okay, I make this stuff up. I just can't. But you know what? On a serious note, you have to be careful on the road. When we're driving, distracted driving is always a horrible situation, right? It's affecting lives day in and day out. And when we were reading through some of the research, 11% of people say that they've taken a selfie while driving. Okay, so let's just be honest. That's 11% that admitted to it. 11% of the people surveyed admitted to taking a selfie while driving. Now, and texting while driving isn't dangerous enough. When that angle and that sun hit you right at the right time, you just say, I gotta do it on I-10, I-12. Please rethink the situation, because it is not that serious. You will be cute when you pull over. Just wait for it. Wait, please. Save a life, maybe even your own. But according to this new survey, they asked the people, well, why? Why did you take the selfie while driving? Well, I looked especially great that day, and I was on my way to a special occasion. So, really? You jeopardizing all our lives because you were on your way to a special occasion and you felt cute? Okay. The survey also found that 25% of the people say they've taken a photo or video that wasn't a selfie while driving because the weather was nice or because they wanted to video an incident that was taking place on the road. Okay. All right. So insurance.com noticed that they're having a lot more accidents, and they just wanted to ask the people why. According to insurance.com, they got way too much on you. You're doing just some random things. Practice safe driving. Insurance.com would definitely appreciate you for that. Wow. Okay, so some random facts and did you know moments. Let's see. There are approximately 200 different types of fungi on your feet right now. Did you know? I did not know. And all of a sudden my feet feel like they're cringing. Like, what do you mean? Right now I have like over 200 fungi, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, great. Did you know when the breathalyzer was created in 1930s, it was called the drunk-o-meter? I did not know that. The drunk-o-meter? Sound about right, but how did they change it to the breathalyzer? I mean, because the drunk-o-meter had a better ring to it. Straight to the point. I mean, did you know Americans are remarkably optimistic that we can turn this year around despite the first half of 2020? The first 6 months been a doozy. I can't lie to you, but 54% of the people are optimistic that their lives in the second half of 2020 finna be lit. It's finna be all the way up. Nothing can stop us. I feel that way. Right now, we're gonna have to take this show on the road, baby. Take this show on the road. Okay, here's one. Did you know that one positive side effect about moving school online, according to the recent survey, is less bullying? Kids aren't experiencing bullying at school now. The kids said, listen, we are really appreciative that everyone is stepping up, going above and beyond to make sure that we can learn from the safety of our home, not only due to the pandemic, but it's going to reduce the fact of us being bullied day in and day out. Wow. Wow. Yeah. But you know, you still have to be cautious of the cyberbullying that's taking place. That's another show, another place, another time, but we're definitely going to address that and talk about it. You know, it's the weekend. It's the 4th of July weekend, and we've got questions that need answers. They've had a lot of surveys floating around about when is it the right time to get the party started. Well, how early is too early to start drinking on weekends? Questions that need answers according to some of these surveys. Well, they say that you can finally stop saying it's 5 o'clock somewhere because for most of the people surveyed, drinking time for the weekend clocked in a lot earlier than 5 o'clock. I say, go figure. Who did they survey? Did you make this list? More than 2,500 Americans were asked how early is too early to have your first adult beverage to kick off the weekend. And only 23% said that we should wait until 5 o'clock or later. Only 23% of the 2,500 people surveyed said to wait after 5 o'clock. 16% said that it's okay to start drinking at about noon. 10% said that 10 in the morning or earlier is fine. Another 8% said 11 a.m. and 26% said sometime between 1 and 4 o'clock. Now, men are almost twice as likely to think morning drinking is okay on the weekend, and a lot of people in their 20s also agreed with that, stating that men are stuck in their 20s a lot longer than women. That's just my side note. I read it, I had to tell it to somebody, and I figured I might as well tell it to you. Overall, most people describe themselves as social weekend or special occasion drinkers, and over a third say they don't drink at all. I'm with the over the third. I'm always your designated driver. I don't drink at all, so I guess the 5 o'clock or later on a Friday, I would vote that for you. But if that 11 o'clock at your early luncheon kicks it off for you and you can do it responsibly, hey, YouGov, they conducted the survey for you. You know, a lot of us are trying our best to find our favorite things, our favorite sporting activities, our favorite outlets, and we want to get back to some sense of normalcy. Well, the Kentucky Derby will happen, and it will happen with friends. According to the KentuckyDerby.com, they said that it's been rescheduled. The original date was early May, but now you'll be able to check them out in September. They're going to have a lot of restrictions. I'm like, don't be out here jeopardizing these horses because you want to wear your fancy hat. I'ma speak up on behalf of the horse, because the horse ain't signed up for this. It didn't. Maiden pass. He think he done got a pass. Ain't nobody told him. Don't worry about it. We're gonna saddle up and ride out at dawn. Like, okay. But you know what? When the venue said that they're going to practice the CDC restrictions, everybody won't be able to get in for the event. The amount of visitors will be limited. The Derby week kicks off September 1st, and the race will be ran on September the 5th, and it's taking place at the Churchill Downs in Louisville. Now, they'll also be asked to practice social distancing. They'll have it on the loudspeaker, please wash your hands at least for 20 seconds. Social distancing, and now instead of just getting the hat to match your gloves, you'll also need your mask. Oh, it's going to be super fancy this year. A rundown on how we plan to keep life going as is for the Kentucky Derby. Yeah, but I guess I'm gonna miss that one. Maybe watch it on television from the safety of the living room. You know, maybe the Kentucky Derby, it isn't on your list. What about a summer vacation? Is summer vacation still on your list? Well, if so, I had to dig deep just for you, because I know that you gotta go, you gotta be fancy, you gotta snap it up and live your best life. But I want you to do it safely. A rundown of how to plan a safe summer vacation, including those field trips on the road, flying, and staying in hotels. Well, if you're thinking that this is something that you really want to do, they say that choosing a destination will really help you out, because if you're traveling from a high-risk state, some of these other states won't let you in until you've quarantined for at least 14 days. So that could really mess up your plans if you're just on the 3 or 4 or 5 day turnaround and they say, where you from? Oh yeah, you're in the red zone. Turn back around or tell us where you plan to quarantine for the next 14 days and you've missed all of your reservations. Okay, when it comes down to flying and doing so safely, they say that you want to check each airline's policies beforehand. Don't pull up the day before and say, oh, I did not know. According to the reports, it is your responsibility to know. Now, you want to see if it's something that you're comfortable with before you even book the airline tickets to see if the seats can be socially distanced. Is it a full row? Is it a full flight? Are they practicing one seat empty, one seat filled, one seat empty? These are questions that you need to ask. Also, for the road trips, they said driving might be safer than flying, but then you still got to stop and get gas. So if you're going to get the gas, make sure you're getting the gloves, but don't cross-contaminate. If you're going to stop for food, they said, you know, be cautious of that. It's a lot of risk even when you're traveling on the road. But doing so safely for hotels and Airbnbs. Now, we've all had those stories. Stories as of, well, I thought I reserved my space in enough time. Stories where I thought it would be clean when I got there. Yeah, if amenities are important to you, they said right now is the heightened time for you to figure it out. You want to ask, listen, how many hours in advance do you need? So if someone is booked that day before, can there at least be a 12-hour span for them to cleanse, to let it air out, and then to book you in? They said it's not an abnormal request, especially in times like these, but you have to ask. Okay, well, that's according to Today. And if Today reports it, it's got to be the truth, right? All right, some of you folks are making headline news for all the wrong reasons. And before we get out of here, I'm going to tell it. Because I saw this come across my desk and I said, there's no way I'm going to tell this story. There's no way I'm leaving without telling this story. A group got busted for trafficking illegal fireworks and 3 dead alligators. Do not have time to make this stuff up. I'm not smart enough to make this stuff up. Okay, so I guess when you're trafficking illegal items, you can't really be choosing and picky as of what illegal items you're trafficking, but listen, you can definitely make headline news for all the wrong reasons. Taking a quick field trip on out to Staten Island, New York. A group of 10 people got arrested for smuggling and trafficking illegal fireworks. It's the 4th of July weekend, so I'm pretty sure they had somebody waiting on this stash. But they also had 3 dead alligators with them. The cops were a little confused, and they said along with the fireworks that were illegal. Now I got real questions like, are y'all doing some type of bombs or bottled gas bombs? Like what kind of illegal fireworks are you hauling? And where did you get these 3 dead alligators? Were the alligators dead when you put them in the truck? Were the alligators pets? Like, I don't know. Because see, in Staten Island, it was weird for them. But here in the boot, if you find us with an alligator, chances are we were planning to make a belt, a purse, some boots, blacken them for dinner. Like, it just, you know, so if he had 3, it's just like finding him with 3 crates of fish for us. Now, they were arrested, but I got real questions that need answers. The police tweeted out a photo of the illegal fireworks, but they did not tweet the pictures of the gators. They did mention them, and they said, hey, you know what? We're not joking. The police were real specific in letting the public know that they were not joking, because this is a serious matter. And I really want to know, what did they do with those alligators? Where were you going? Were they dead when you put them in the truck? Like, who just walks up and grabs some alligators and say, hey, you're coming with us too? Got to be more careful. Hey, look, it's time for me to get up and get out of here. But before I do, don't forget to slide in my DMs. Hit me up on the Twitter alert, or on Instagram at LaTangela Faye. The first 4 people that slides in my DM, hashtag Tea Time with Tan. Hashtag Tea Time with Tan. I'm going to slide you a copy of my new book, Poof, Power Over Obstacles Forever. It's the 4th book. It is ready for your shelf. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on my website, LaTangela.com. But you know, I want to hook you up with it just because. The first 4 to slide in my DMs. Hashtag Tea Time with Tan. I got you, boo. I got you. Now you have a happy and safe 4th of July. Please avoid those illegal fireworks, no texting and driving. And if you find an alligator and you're throwing them on the grill, remember, your girl. I got you. I love you. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Mwah. Good night.
Singing and rhyming and rapping and humming like they never seen it coming. Skipping to the beat of my own drumming, yo, they can't tell me nothing. Positive vibes only, or I'd rather sit here lonely. Shout out to the ones who never gave up on me while I'm singing and rhyming and rapping and humming like they never seen it coming. Skipping to the beat of my own drumming, yo, they can't tell me nothing. I'm not fighting for attention, I'm my own competition. Yeah, I'd rather sit here lonely.